Why does the women's bathroom smell so bad? These can't be the same girlies watching 3 or 4 TikToks.
There's a lot of women walking around here with odor, really bad odor. I did a video about it before, but I took it down.
Am I wrong? I told a girl that her pum pum does not smell good. But it wasn't like that. She was coming out the bathroom. I went in after her, and the smell licked me like, whoo, fish.
All I wanted to do was come in here and use the bathroom, but I was bombarded with the smell of fish.
Hey my queens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby, and if you're seeing me very first time, you are warmly welcome to my channel. Okay, so guys, today's video is basically about ladies. Yes, just ladies talk, not a BBL. This is something even one of the important things for ladies, and we know that some of them are actually embarrassed to talk about this because it's a very sensitive topic. But before we do that, we have to excuse the men have to excuse us. So if you know that you're a guy in the room, kindly please excuse us. So I'm giving you 30 seconds to do that. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you, and please kindly close the door. So ladies, come closer. There's something that we need to talk. Don't need to shout, but we need to talk about this, women to women. Now there's this fishy smell that comes out from our private part. Now this tends to be very embarrassing to actually talk about because it's a very sensitive topic, but we need to talk about this. We need to discuss this. Now some people actually say that this is caused by unprotected sex. Some say that it's unhygienic toilet. Some are saying that because they make use of harsh soap, that is the reason. Others also say that they do not change their pad and their pants liner. All of these are some of the reason by this kind of smells actually come out from our private part. But then there are also people that have also make sure that all of these things are properly taken care of, yet they still have that bad odor that if they walk past you, you really have to like hold your nose because it's really smell. This is not a body odor that comes out. We ladies know when body odor pass, and then when the down there actually stink. We really need to talk about this. So that is what this video is all about for today. We're actually going to be seeing some reasons why this happened. But hold on, it is not just about we ladies and our private parts. What happened to our toilets? I don't know who among you feels really uncomfortable to use the public toilet, especially females toilets. I personally prefer to use the male toilet instead of the female toilet. You know why? Because whenever time I use the female toilet, the smell, oh god, the smell could literally kick me out of the door. But I feel so comfortable to use the male toilet because it doesn't have that odor. Why do this happen? Why are we experiencing things like this? What actually caused this bad odor from the female private part and also the toilet, the female public toilet outside? It's crazy because the smell can kick you out of the door. Today's video is about that. We're actually going to be talking about that. So without wasting much time on this, let's check this out.
I feel that a lot of black women have been, well, I guess women in general, but because I am a black woman, I'm going to speak about it. I think a lot of black women have been given a disservice regarding hygiene by their mothers, family members, whoever. There's a lot of women walking around here with odor, really bad odor. I did a video about it before, but I took it down. I've been in many public places, and just to go take a tinkle, meaning just to go pee, urinate, you shouldn't have a foul odor of fish. You shouldn't. I'm not saying you're supposed to smell like roses down there, but you shouldn't be smelling like fish. There's a lot of women smelling like fish lately, and I don't know what is going on. I've seen some videos where women are talking about what's the men that, you deal with, they're sleeping around and this and that, whatever. You shouldn't smell like fish. There should not be a fishy odor from you just urinating. I think a lot of women don't really know necessarily how to clean themselves down there. I've heard stories of women not even being taught by their own mothers how to clean themselves, or their mother just feeling a certain type of way. Well, look, I don't know how to clean myself, so I'm not going to teach her how to clean herself. Or they do know how to clean themselves, but maybe they don't want to teach their daughter how to, which is crazy to me. And women talking about they having to go to the doctor and get antibiotics and this and that, whatever. If you are a woman that is sexually active, after engaging in sexual activity, you are supposed to clean yourself. You are supposed to urinate. You're supposed to hop in the shower. You're supposed to use some type of soap. Me personally, I use antibacterial soap, which is dial soap, either the white one or the yellow one. And I clean myself afterwards. And I also use an empty Summer's Eve douche bottle, and I put some water in there and some apple cider vinegar and rinse myself out. And if you want to overdo it and, go to the extreme, you more than welcome to take an empty Tampax or tampon and put boric acid pill in there and put it up there and release it, and you should be good to go. You should not be smelling like fish. There's a lot of women that think after engaging in sexual activities that you just lay there and you go to sleep or whatever. No, since you are the vessel, you need to go in there and remove everything out and clean yourself. Whether you have protected or unprotected sex, you need to do that. You can't just be laying around. I just got to give that information out because I think some women just don't know that. And you should bathe yourself. I feel women should bathe themselves. I take 2 showers a day. That might be, for some people, overdoing it. I used to even do more than that when I was actually active in the gym. But yeah, hygiene is very important. And there's a lot of women that just don't care about hygiene. And it's really sad to me, especially the religious ones, because you say cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Well, you're committing a sin. You're committing a sin.
Okay, so one of the things that I really grabbed from this video that we've just watched is we being able to be clean ourselves. So you as the mother, if you are clean on yourself, like for yourself, you will be able to like implement that cleanliness to your kids. Okay, so imagine that you are done urinating. Are you supposed to like just grab your panties and then you wear them, or you are meant to clean down, like use a tissue paper to dry off the down part here so that that urine will not sink into your panties? So you really need to be clean. It doesn't really mean that the down parts there, our private parts, need to smells like perfume or anything. No, it doesn't mean that it has to be that smells like rose or like perfume, but then you shouldn't have that bad odor that you need to bypass and then somebody needs to hold his or her nose. It's a no. Okay, so even if you're having unprotected sex or protected sex, you still have to like clean yourself thereafter. You shouldn't just leave yourself like that and then you just go to bed or sleep off or something, or the whole smell just sinking, and what happened next? So you really have to like clean up. Another point that we really need to pay attention to is the down part, that same private part. Yes, what is that hair doing there? Why is it that you do not shave? Why is it that you do not remove those hair? Do you want to plait the hair? The fact is that if you do not shave that part, because really that part really needs to be clean, it has to be smooth. It really has to be smooth. There shouldn't be anything there that will linger in order to create one kind bad odor or infection or something. Most of us private part is very bushy. Why is it bushy? Is it supposed to be bushy? Clean that place so that when you urinate you'll be able to like get a tissue and dry that, but because that place needs to be dried. It needs to be dried. It shouldn't, yeah, we know that our body part cleans itself. There's this thing called discharge. It cleans itself naturally. The lady that we just watched basically talked about the fact that she had to use apple vinegar, so she actually made use of. You don't necessarily have to use that. Like she said, that is for her, that's what works for her, but you don't necessarily need to use that because our private part basically cleans itself. So all you need is just a clean water. You really do not have to do anything serious. All you have to do is make sure that that place is dry and remove those bushy hair. Those bushy hair needs to be raised. You need to remove it. Now let's see another video.
Why does the woman's bathroom smell so bad? These can't be the same girlies watching 3 or 4 TikTok. Y'all know all the tips and tricks, and it's still not adding up. Now I get it, you may have a day, but to go into a bathroom where it's sour, the bathroom smells tart, the smell consumes you to the point where you have to walk back out, or you want to walk back out. Now we have to see our gyno. Now we have to drink some green juices and lay off the soda. Now we have to make sure the man that we are laying down with is not laying down with 10 other people, because the pH balance is off and something is amok. So I want the ladies down below to drop some tips on how to correct odor down below.
So ladies, what do we really need to do in order to correct the odor down there? We need to talk. You need to bring in your own opinion. Let's help ourselves. Let's help ladies. Ladies, let's help ourselves. We really need to correct this stuff right here. Okay, we really need to correct this. Now I mentioned something and said that I personally prefer to use the male restroom instead of the ladies because the smell is hell. One might say that, oh, it's actually because the ladies leave pad in the toilet, that's the reason, and all of that, blah blah blah. But then again,
Am I wrong? I told a girl that her pum pum does not smell good. But it wasn't like that. She was coming out the bathroom. I went in after her, and the smell licked me like, who? Fish. I go to this girl and I say, hey, babe, I went in the bathroom after you and there was a smell. And she's like, what smell? And I was like, well, I used to have BV and vaginal odor. She's like, maybe you smell it yourself then, because everybody have a little sweat when they travel. And I was like, no, babe, listen, I know this smell because I've had this smell before. And I know a lot of you girls have the perfect pH and you've never had vaginal odor, but not me. Because if we use plastic bags, it would throw my pH off. If we didn't use plastic bags, his mayo would be all in my roast beef, and that would throw my pH off, and I don't have a roast beef. Why did I use that analogy? I don't know, but you get the point. So I'm like, babe, sometimes you can't smell the odor. She's like, something wrong with my nose?
nobody need to tell you. You really do not need anybody to tell you that your in there has a bad odor. Nobody needs to tell you. So we need to be hygienic. We need to clean ourselves to even know how to teach our kids, teach our friends, and also come up to talk about this. Okay, queens. So now that we've actually seen some experiences, people complain about the restroom, people complain about how down there smells like fish, people complaining, what can we do? Aside from we leaving and putting this in the comment section, I have a video here that we need to watch in order for us to learn on what we can actually do instead of using harsh chemicals and all of that. Let's watch.
Some women smell fishy and nasty down there because no one told them this. So contrary to the popular belief that some women are dirty down there, that's why they smell, or they have a bad hygiene, that's why they smell down there. No, it's actually not always that. It's not even a hygiene thing sometimes. Hear me out. So the thing is that they have a bacterial imbalance going on in their body. Now let me actually break it down to you ladies, because you won't hear this truth from a lot of people. Your kitty is self-cleaning. It's more like a mini ecosystem. It keeps its own pH balanced. But when that pH system is messed up, see that fishy smell, it will erupt like a volcano, uninvited. So now let me spill the tea, yeah? You see that fishy smell sometimes? It's caused by something called bacterial vaginosis, or BV for short. Now this happens when the good bacteria that are meant to protect you are being overpowered by the bad bacteria in your body. It's simple like that. Guess what causes it? Using scented soaps or kitty washes. See babes, throw them away because they're just killing your good bacteria. Another one is douching. A lot of you are guilty of this one. See, stop putting things up there. It's not a cleaning closet. Another one, which in fact 90% of people are guilty of, is unprotected knacking. See, I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy yourself, but you need to understand that semen being put inside of you sometimes changes your pH balance. Stress, poor diet, and tight underwears can trigger this thing I'm talking about. Sister, please drink water. See, your kitty loves hydration more than perfumes, because I know some of you still spray perfumes there. That's one of your problems. And if you are living on junk food and sugary drinks every day, yeast is feasting all over your system. So cut it out if you want to stay fresh. So next time you notice that fishy smell, don't panic and spray perfume, because that's masking it. Your body is talking to you, so listen to your body. Don't just fix it temporarily. Fix the root cause of the problem permanently. Because smelling good isn't about scented soaps, perfumes, sprays, wipes, and secrets. No, it's about balance and care.
All right, my queens, so that is more like the main thing that we need to do, more like a summary of what we need to do in order to keep our private part very, very clean and to prevent the bad odor. So guys, if you have another and other tips that we can do naturally, let us know that in the comment section. By the way, like she said, drink enough water. As I'm talking, I'm also talking to myself. as I'm leaving here, I'm going to drink my water. Very important. All right, so that is basically going to be the end of our video for today. If you know I'm missing something, kindly let me know that on the comment section. And yes, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one. But for now, I'll say bye.